Alrighty then. Y'all see that Sly Cooper? Dun, 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 dun.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Anime Sundays, the show where we talk about anime, yes, on Sundays, and I am your host, Jared Ross. Hope you're all having a wonderful holiday weekend. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you ate well, had some of your mother's specialty dishes, and I hope you're all staying safe and, of course, COVID-free. So today, for this week's topic, I decided when looking through some versus battles in the community that there are a lot of wild matchups out there from certain characters that I think are vastly overhyped or overrated. So this week I will be making a list of the top 5 most overrated or overhyped characters in anime. Now, a little bit of ground rules for this topic. I am generally referring to characters who I believe are just placed in a bracket that they have kind of no business being in. Anime characters who we see matched up with other characters way out of their league, or just, not even in the same ballpark of their strengths. Now, a lot of you are already probably asking me now, oh, is Goku on this list? No, Goku is not on this list for one main reason. Goku, to me, is not overrated. I believe that his rating, the way he is generally looked at through the community, is a kind of correct basis. Goku is a very strong character. He is in that top bracket of anime characters in terms of power and strength. No, he is not the strongest, but he is still vastly known to be a powerful character, so I do not think Goku's strength is overrated. So now that that's out the way, let's get right into our list. First up on the list at number 5, and this will be from least overrated to most overrated, I have the one and only God Usopp. Now, some of you are already like, no way did this man, a One Piece advocate, put Usopp on the list for the most overrated characters. Unfortunately, even though it is mostly a well-known joke, a lot of people do think Usopp is one of the stronger Straw Hats, that he is like in that top 4 or 5 of the strength tier because of the hype that he gets through the show and through the community. As we all know, Usopp, all the pre-time skip was trash can. It wasn't until he trained like the rest of them and got his bars up a little bit that we started to see some fruition to his participation on the team. Now, yes, Usopp has made his name in the Power World. His bounty is huge because, he clutched that one episode where he freed all the toys on Dressrosa back to their normal forms. But again, Usopp is not one of the strongest Straw Hats, and I just still feel like, when I see verses with him and people talking about Usopp can beat him, I know it's mostly a joke, but it still has to be addressed that he is one of the most overrated characters in anime. At my number 4, I have Eren Yeager. Yes, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Now, the reason I chose Eren instead of the other Titans is mainly just because he's the main character, and a lot of people, when I see them do verses, are throwing Eren in there, especially when it comes to giant battles. I just had to address the misconception of the AOT universe. A lot of people are under the impression that the Titans are severely powerful, and yes, in their world, the powers that they have are definitely more advanced than what you would expect from a kind of normal power-based world. We got the Beast Titan doing all types of crazy stuff, Eren controlling Titans, or what have you. But when compared to other giants from Otherworld, especially like giants from One Piece, giants from Seven Deadly Sins, giants from Fairy Tail, all these other giants with like actual abilities, powers, magic, hockey, what have you, Eren Yeager really doesn't stand a chance. I've seen so many Eren Yeagers versus Diane, Eren Yeager versus the homie from Elbaf, Eren versus Whitebeard, just bigger guys who people think that the Titans in Attack on Titan can hang with. The Titans are really just normal people, they're just big as hell. So in a world where you don't have a lot of advanced technology, a whole bunch of missiles and nukes flying at the Titans, of course it's going to be hard for people to kill them. You know what I'm saying? They're living in a kind of post-apocalyptic setting. So I do believe Eren Yeager is one of the most overrated anime characters in anime. And again, this is pretty much solely based on power and strength. So at number 3, I have Light Yagami. Yes, the main protagonist from Death Note. A lot of you have seen Death Note, great anime. We know the abilities of the Death Note. He or she whose name is written will die within 45 seconds of their name being written, or based on the conditions of how the writer puts it down. That may not be all exactly correct, but we know the consensus. It seems in the anime community that everyone believes that Light Yagami is pretty much a god and can just write everybody's name down. And that's it, game over. GG. Whereas in most normal universes, yes, where the characters can die from normal causes, yes, I do believe Light Yagami takes the cake. But when it comes to characters who are out of the realm of everyone in his verse, the Death Note really ain't gonna do shit. For example, a lot of people say, oh, Light Yagami can write Goku's name in the Death Note and he'll die. That's pretty much a common misconception, because if you really know anything about how people scale and how people classify Goku, all he has to do is power up and boom, Light's dead. Now a lot of you saying, well, Goku can have a heart attack and that's it. Goku only was going to die from an ailment that was least before what he was ready for. It wasn't no normal ailment that was going to kill Goku. For the most part, a heart attack, diseases, natural causes, shit falling out the sky, it's not going to do anything to characters like Goku, to characters like Saitama, or characters who are just really, really strong and can just end Light Yagami's life in a blink of an eye. There's a lot of variables to consider before putting Light Yagami in a versus. And also mainly, as a strategist, to me, he's not even really the top strategist in his show. Yes, he outsmarted L, got caught slipping by his protege later, but to me, L was really the more impressive strategist in his show. And compared to like Shikamaru and Lelouch, I have Light Yagami under them in terms of intelligence. All in all, I do think Light Yagami is an overrated character, and that people hype up his abilities and his smarts a little way too much for me. Now, at number 2, and I'm sure people are not going to like this one, I have Miriam, or King from Hunter x Hunter. A lot of you know about Miriam, King of the Chimera Ants, had that amazing battle with Netero, but more often than most, I see battles with Miriam against Cell. Of course, I can see the similarities, right? They both look pretty much exactly the same in terms of character design. But to think that there is any chance that anyone from the Hunterverse can hang with Cell is where the miscommunication and uneducation lies. Miriam, as we know, is only so strong. A rose bomb took him out, which was almost the equivalent to a nuke. He was compared to like a large army. We know that he's really not out here destroying planets and things of that nature. So to suggest that he is up there with characters, even from One Piece, even from Naruto, that's when we start to overhype him and where the overrating comes into play. Now, yes, a lot of you say, well, Post-Rose Miriam's a different breed, like he's a whole different type of character. Yes, but he still hasn't shown nothing where you're like, okay, yeah, he's up there with Cell, or anybody from DBZ for that matter. So yes, I do have Miriam definitely in the overhyped category. Now, at number 1, and I'm sure you all knew where this was going. Yes, you guessed it, I have Saitama at number 1 as the most overrated anime character in all of anime. I mean, what can I say? Yes, we know Saitama's strong. He is the great One Punch Man. We see the common debate of Saitama versus Goku every day. I know I see it every day. But again, defeats. Where are they? Where has Saitama shown you anything where he is really able to hang with the greats of DBZ, where he has threatened the livelihoods of universes, threatened the destruction of multiple planets, traveled through the universe at phenomenal speeds? We know he's strong, we know he's out here one-punching serious villains, but everybody in Saitama's world is like a child. People who in the DBZ world would be stepped on just as easy, if not even easier, by some of your favorite weaker characters, like Krillin. I have Saitama at number 1. He is strong. No, we haven't seen his full potential. No, we haven't seen what he's going to do in the manga yet. Again, it is because we have not seen any of this that all this hype around Saitama being able to body any anime character, body Goku, body Jiren, body all these other guys, is where we as a community really start to overhype him. So yeah, that is my top 5 most overrated anime characters. Again, I have Usopp at number 5, Eren Yeager at number 4, Light Yagami at number 3, Miriam at number 2, and Saitama at number 1. Now yes, there are some other crazy overrated anime characters out there. Feel free to drop some in the comments who you believe are definitely overhyped in the community. Love to hear it. If you disagree with my list, please share your comment below. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in for another Sunday. Have a good holiday break and hope to see you next Sunday.